In my Etsy shop, I create products inspired by some of the most popular fantasy books in the world, and I do it 100% legally. Because when it comes to making anything based on books, TV shows, movies, games, brands, or celebrities, obtaining licensing from the IP holder to sell those items is essential. And I know tons of people sell this stuff illegally. We all see them, but they're taking massive risks. We're talking shop takedowns, or worse, lawsuits. Which is why today I'm demystifying the exact steps that you need to take if you want to sell licensed items legally in your own Etsy shop. That way you can profit without risk. In case you're new here, my name is Starla Moore, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And as one of the biggest Etsy YouTubers in the world, covering copyright and trademark content online is an ongoing gamble for my mental health. The last time I touched this topic, the comment section turned into a battleground. Everyone wanted to sue everyone, Disney, Etsy, each other. I swear, I needed to hand out juice boxes and coloring pages just to calm down the chaos. So if you want the full scoop on laws, copyright, trademark, and what's allowed on Etsy, check out the playlist linked here for more in-depth videos on that topic. Because today, we're narrowing in on something even more exciting: how to actually license legally when selling merch based on books, especially indie books, and how to approach authors professionally. Because let's be real, most major properties like Harry Potter, The Witcher, or Game of Thrones are completely off the table for small sellers. Those licensing rights are buried under layers of publishers, studios, and legal teams. And as I always say, unless your lawyer can beat their lawyers, it's best to play it safe and only create products based on IP that you can legally license with. Step 1. Know your niche. Books and indie games are the two places that I've found accessible licensing opportunities as a small seller. But, and this is a big but, these are not niches to chase unless you're a genuine fan. If you don't read the books or play the games, you'll struggle to make authentic products, and you'll miss the mark with your ideal audience. Trust me, as an ACOTAR fangirly, I can spot a poser from a mile away. Come on, the Lord of the North isn't even in this series. When it comes to my own shop, I was a reader and a sci-fi author long before I started selling Bookish merch, which gave me a leg up in understanding both the fans and the authors behind the stories. And it allowed me to design products that weren't just a collection of recycled Goodreads quotes. In short, don't be lazy. If you're not a reader or you struggle to find time, I highly recommend listening to dramatized audio adaptations of these popular titles on graphic audio. Their slogan is "a movie in your mind."
Graphic audio. A movie in your mind.
And it's true. There's sound effects, voice acting, and when you listen to them while cleaning the house or doing mindless tasks, it seriously makes the time pass so much faster. Just trust me on this one. Step 2. Research popular books and authors. To stay ahead of trends, I keep a pulse on Book Talk and Bookstagram, which are basically just communities of readers on TikTok and Instagram who discuss the hottest new books. This is how I see which books are taking off, and more importantly, which authors already have merch licensing partners, aka your green light that they may be open to collaboration. Michelle, my partner in crime, and I even keep a Trello board of dream authors that we'd like to work with, along with links to their contact info. And remember, if a book has already been picked up by a film or streaming studio, licensing gets a lot trickier. So if a book is becoming popular, it's best to secure your licensing right away. That way, you're already in the clear even if the book is picked up by a major film studio later on. Step 3. Send a professional proposal. Most authors have a contact email listed on their website, usually on their About, Contact, or FAQ pages. And this is where you need to reach out. Not Instagram DMs, not Facebook comments. Be professional and stick to email. In your message, briefly introduce yourself, your shop, the products you'd like to make, and include your links. Something like, "Hi, my name is blank, and I own blank shop on Etsy, where I create handmade items such as blank, blank, and blank. I'm a huge fan of your work, and I'd love to learn more about the process for obtaining licensing to sell merch based on blank book series. Please let me know know if you'd like to see samples of my work. I'd be happy to provide anything needed. If writing isn't your strength, use a tool like Grammarly or phone a friend for help for polishing your email. Step 4. Expect a mix of responses. So far, we've reached out to 25 authors. Some replied, some rejected our requests, but most ghosted us. But we landed licensing with 6 different authors, including 3 huge ones. In short, don't get discouraged if you don't hear back right away. Some authors have assistants who handle these requests. And if you don't hear anything from them, it never hurts to follow up after a few weeks. Step 5. Review the terms carefully. Every author will have their own contract and rules. Some require physical product samples. Others only want to approve your designs. One author we worked with asked us that we don't feature her products in our videos. Another had no requirements at all and was just thrilled that we wanted to make merch for her. Read those contracts closely and expect to have to revisit them every year. If anything is unclear, it may be wise to consult a legal expert. Step 6. Plan for royalties. Some authors will want 20% of each sale. Others might only want 10% or nothing at all if they're smaller. But as a licensed seller, royalty payments are part of the deal, so keep things organized with a spreadsheet or a Trello board. And most importantly, factor those royalties into your pricing. I personally model my own pricing after successful brands like the Bookish box to ensure that I'm aligning in the top 10% of my industry. Step 7. Include your disclaimers. Many authors will provide a disclaimer to paste into your product listings, basically saying that you're a licensed seller, but that they're not liable for what you sell. Some may also want visual indicators that you're licensed. In our shop, we include a product image like this to help build shopper trust and reassure buyers that our items are legit. If your contract doesn't include a disclaimer, always ask if having one is necessary or if there are any additional steps that you need to take within your listings to ensure that you're following their licensing standards. Step 8. Know your renewal dates. Some licenses last a year. Others renew automatically. Some expire if you don't meet minimum sales. We plug these into Trello and set Google Calendar reminders so we never miss a renewal deadline. So just be sure to stay on top of your dates as well as your email in case the author needs to change something within their agreements, which happens to us quite often. As an author myself, I'm sure you can imagine why I take this topic really seriously. Respecting IP isn't just about avoiding legal trouble. It's about honoring the artists and authors who bring these stories to life. Legal licensing is a great way to give back to authors that you love, while also creating merchandise that has loyal, passionate fans who come back again and again, especially in the fall and winter when there's nothing more magical than curling up with a great book. Until next time, Pookie.